So Washington has come to the rescue of the downtrodden homeowner. Too bad the only thing this PR-driven settlement accomplishes is to extract 25 billion pounds of flesh from 5 banks, which will be used to compensate the poor souls that had guns to their heads when they decided to purchase a home they couldn't afford. It goes without saying that the most financially responsible homeowners will receive no assistance from Washington, regardless of how large an equity loss they may have suffered. I can only assume that responsible homeowners are considered part of the 1%. Funny though, the bulk of the mortgages, those bought or guaranteed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, were not part of this settlement. I'm sure it was just an oversight. Like exempting Congress from insider trading laws. No doubt the government will soon penalize itself for the massive stupidity it helped facilitate. But until such time, if you were fortunate enough to have conducted business with a bank that settled, you may be compensated in one of 2 ways. If you failed to pay your mortgage and were foreclosed upon, you may be eligible to receive a cash payment of $1,500 to $2,000. If you're current on your mortgage, but were shrewd enough to put so little down that you now owe more than your house is worth, you may be eligible for principal reduction. However, for those stupid enough to have felt morally obligated to have paid their mortgage despite being underwater, or were foolish enough to apply to a sufficiently large down payment that your house is still worth more than your loan, you get exactly zilch. You also get zero and nada. And you get one other thing. Higher bank fees, as the banks that settled, and potentially others, will likely recoup the lost funds by passing the costs on to their customers. As for the banks, you'll be comforted to know that the settlement may actually help their stocks. That's because reserves have been established to cover the costs, which means that the losses have already been written off, and the agreement lifts a financial black cloud. Washington strikes another blow for the little guy, at least the ones who lack any financial common sense.